following George Floyd and Breonna Taylor's untimely passing. And so that being said, the conversation around what does it mean to be Black in America and what does it mean to be Black and human, right? Because I think that that is really the core of this discussion, that Black people are dehumanized. Our value is, you know, non-existent within the context of the American country, and I would argue too in the more Western context, right? And so that being said, it's interesting to see people kind of saying, look, we don't want to be uncomfortable about the history that, you know, lines the pockets of the most powerful, and that is quite literally woven to the fabric of the American democracy, right? And so we don't want to grapple with that, so we're just not going to. And what people don't recognize is that there's a lack of empathy in that statement, right? This idea of I don't want to be uncomfortable, so I don't want to talk about it. But the only history that Black Americans get in particular around their role in this society is very much rooted in trauma. First of all, slavery, followed by Jim Crow, followed by years of segregation. Now we're talking about the prison industrial complex. And you think about even researchers and experts that are, you know, amplified and centered, that are white in studying these topics, right? They're oftentimes given a platform to talk about these ideas, whether or not they're harmful. And so that being said, right, we can't have this inconsistency in terms of what kind of history we're covering. And that's why, you know, in our suggested readings, in the back of the book, I mentioned the 1619 Project. I mentioned How the World Has Passed with Clint Smith, right? Because these are important books that ultimately contextualize what's going on with the history debate and why it ultimately needs to honor Black life.